So yeah, Fidelity Guitars, it's just over 2 years old now, so I went full time in January 2017. Before that, took a year out to learn sort of the basics of lutherie, so it's not something I've got a background in. I came from a job before that of doing 10 years in marketing, so working for a media agency out of London. But it got to the point sort of in 2016 where it really wasn't something that, although I was good at it, make a career out of it, wasn't passionate about. Got to the point where it really had to sort of question whether it was worth carrying on doing something like that and sort of going through that, or to sort of move on and find something I actually enjoyed. So handed in my notice, had a year to work it out, and decided to sort of take the elements of design and engineering that I enjoyed and playing the guitar. So I've been playing the guitar since I was 16. My uncle gave me a crappy Honor Marlin Strat copy. I specifically wanted a black and white Strat because I love the band JJ72, who no one anymore will have heard of. It's aged quite badly, but that was it. Like, I loved them, so that was sort of my way into guitar. So took that passion for the guitar that I've had for 20 years and sort of the engineering skills and the design side of things that I love, and sort of mash those together and try and become a luthier out of it. So the designs for the guitars, my main inspiration at the start was a Rickenbacker that I had. So I had a Rickenbacker model 1997, so it's basically a 330 but with an F hole in it rather than the cat's eye. It's like Pete Townsend, I think, had one famously back in the 60s. But that was like my number one guitar. I got it when I was 21, something like that, and loved it. But wanted to take that as sort of a starting point and blend in other stuff that I loved. So SGs, particularly like big scratch plate SGs, where you've got that huge thing, a bit of plastic covering up all the wood. Dan Electros, so I love old Danos, and the wiring as well has come from Dan Electro. So I've got a £50 eBay Dan Electro that was covered in wallpaper at home. And got it and stripped it and repainted it, but the only wiring position that worked on that was the series option, so running one pickup into the other. It just sounded mega, and I've never fixed it. Like, it's a 6-way selector and only one position works. It's a series and it sounds too good to mess with it. So that's found its way into all of the guitars. All the guitars tend to have a 4-way sort of wiring option on there, with one of the options being a series. So that came in from Dano. There's bits of old Gretches in there, like Gretsch Corvettes, and Jets. And then more sort of weird and wonderful kind of harmony catalog guitar stuff in there as well. So I love the look of those guitars. I love the look of 60s and 70s guitars, particularly sort of weird and wonderful ones. But then if you ever get one and try and play it, most of them are just dogs. Like, they're horrible. You have to really fight to get something nice out of them. So it's about balancing that look in a unique way, so that we're clearly of this brand rather than being a copy of another shape, and then sort of melding that with being a modern guitar to play, so feeling nice to play, feeling smooth to play, being solid, having options for different sounds in there, being as versatile as possible, so you get that look but you don't have to fight it. It's an easy guitar to play, and that's been the evolution of the designs, to start at getting that reference point. That's how it looks, and then work out how to make them play as nicely as possible as well. And there's bits you still have to fight and balance against. I still use sort of a Telecaster style bridge, but that's evolved to have, it's made of billet aluminium, so it transmits vibrations quicker. It's got adjustable saddles on it so you can get the intonation better and stuff like that. It's sort of taking those classic things that look old but actually have been updated to be more functional. Yeah, so probably the single moment that sort of made me happiest since I started doing this was I started working with Jay, his name's John, top secret, Jay Wilgoose, Esquire from Public Service Broadcasting, about a year and a half ago, and built sort of a signature model for him. And so he took that guitar and wrote their latest EP with it, which is about the Titanic and sort of elements of it, about how it's built in Belfast. And then there was a gig last summer at BBC, sort of biggest weekend over in Belfast, on Titanic Slipway, where the Titanic was built, and Public Service Broadcasting were playing that, and it was the first time they'd ever played the new EP, and it was on the spot where Titanic was built with that guitar that I built for him. So that was mega. That was yeah. I couldn't have imagined sort of going from that in the space of 18 months from nothing to seeing that happen. So that was amazing to see a band that I loved sort of do something like that in that kind of setting. And then also getting to work with Josh from The Horrors as well, which is a band I've loved for over a decade. I was a noughties enemy kid, so whatever was in the enemy was what I loved, and the fewer people who had ever heard of those bands, the better. That just made me love it more. And when The Horrors first came out, I loved them from the first album, and they've got better and better. So to see him playing that guitar on sort of world tours last year, and hopefully get a chance to see them play Primary Colours, the second album, in the Royal Albert Hall later this year as well, would be pretty special. Yeah. In terms of what's coming up this year, we're going to try and get these latest models sort of out there is the short-term goal. So the Stella Rossa, which is based on a one-off commission that we did for Mark Ransley up at Mojo Pickups. We've kind of worked that up into a full model now, so it's probably our most bespoke guitar that we've done. The aim from the start has been not to use stock parts, and wherever we can, really want to make everything unique to these guitars, hence why from the start it's been our own bridges and stuff like that. This one's taken that a step further, so custom parts for the trem to rehouse the Fender units in there, custom milled pickup surrounds, much more individual sort of wiring harness that's got two separate selector circuits that you can quickly flick sort of A/B between, so to get lots of different sounds, but to give you quick access to your verse and your chorus or whatever. So we'll be making more out of that and sort of getting that around the place. The bass has had a really good response as well, so it's something I've been wanting to do since the start, but it's another engineering challenge to do something that can sort of stand up to the extra tension and stuff like that. So working that out's taken a while. There's evidence of some less successful trials hiding around the workshop, but what we've ended up with is sort of it's come out really cool. And there's been really good sort of feedback online and at shows and stuff. So again, we'll be taking that out and showing it off a bit. The pickups in there are, again, they're Mojo pickups, and they're custom units that Mark's wound specifically for us. They're to the spec of a 4001 Rickenbacker, which has always been, I've got one myself. It's my sort of only main bass that I've had for years, and I just love that sort of clank you get off of it. So it's to kind of replicate that. And we're also doing a short scale version of it. So the long scale is Rickenbacker scale length, and the short scale is going to be like the kind of Gretsch and Gibson short scale basses that they did in the 60s and 70s, so like the E-Noughts and Jet basses and stuff like that. So there'll be two options for people at sort of no extra cost, just to kind of suit whatever people want. So we'll be taking that out and showing that off as well. I think for sort of going further into the year, the aim is just to get set up in the US as soon as possible as well. So at the moment, most of what we've been doing has been sort of UK and a little bit of Europe. We've got a dealer down in Denmark Street with 1J Guitars who've been brilliant, so we'll be getting some more of the newer shapes into them, and then also we're working with Destroy All Guitars out in the US, so they're going to be our sort of US dealer based out of North Carolina, something like that. But they work with loads of like awesome European sort of smaller luthiers and smaller brands, so really pleased to sort of get involved with them and be part of that stable alongside a few other brands that we really like, so that would be cool. And then in terms of artists, we've just started working with a band out of Huddersfield called Knuckles, so they're a punk band up there. They've just signed sort of their first deal, got their first album coming out next month, and they're great. It was just someone that got in touch and liked the guitars and liked the music, so we've been sort of fitting them out for now, and probably take that a bit further later in the year and look at something sort of more artist specific, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm always on the lookout for more opportunities like that to work with sort of young British bands and stuff. If I like the music, then I want to sort of help them out. So